Hello, on today's video I will show you how to create collectibles objects like money, bonus fuel and obstacles like rocks that you can hit and the game will be over. So just to present you how it works, so if I press play, I'm eject our rocket, I'm flying. As you can see, I have picked money, I have picked fuel, so my fuel bar is full, and I have hit the rock, which made my game over. So if you are going to like today's video, please don't forget to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe. So let's start working. As you can see here, I've already imported graphic for fuel and money. I will put a link in the description where you can find these graphics. So first let's create, no, not empty. Let's create sprite to the object sprite. Let's reset its position. And here as the graphics, let's use money. Okay, let's rename it to bonus money. And let's create a new script with the same name. Bonus money. Let's attach the script to our game object. Okay, it's not yet refreshed. Okay, let's try again. Yeah, perfect. And yeah, okay. So first, what we need to do is to write public float bonus. This is value of the money we'll add. Let's make by default 5. This is the value of the money we'll add when we fly on over our money icon. What's important here, as you remember in the previous episode, in Game Manager we've created function add money, but please remember we have money bonus multiplier. So for now it's set to 2. So if you, for example, keep bonus money 5, you will add $10 to your money bank. So please keep that in mind, that it will work like that. Okay, so what we want to do is to add our money when our rocket fly over our money icon. So let's write private void on trigger enter 2D. And what does function do is when we, let's go to our bonus money. One very important thing. Let's change your sorting layer to environment. And let's change the scale of the game object to 0.5, 0.5, yeah. What does this function on trigger enter does? When our component have collider 2D attached, it might be a box and etc. collider, but I'm using circuit collider in our tutorial. It has our collider attached and this is set as trigger. So when our rocket will fly over, when the collider from our rocket will hit the collider on our money, that means that the function will be called. This is when the function is called. So what we want to do here is to check if collision, so this collision is exactly the game object which hit our money. So collision dot game object dot tag is equal to player then we want to do something. Please don't forget to check if your rocket has the player tag here. So please change this tag to player. Otherwise this function will not work. So what we want to do now is game manager, to call game manager dot instance that add money, and the add money value will be our bonus money. We are setting here the bonus money. Okay, and what we want to do then, when we collect the money, we would like to we'll not do this in this episode, but in the future episode it will be like play. We'll do something like play that particle system. So here we want to make some visual effects for picking up our collectibles, and then we just destroy our game object. Okay, so I will press save, and I will let's test how it works. So maybe let's move our money a little bit forward. So as you can see here, now value is 0 money. If I press play, and I will launch our rocket, the money was picked, and the value is $10. Okay, so this is our first object. The second one, we'll create our let's create our fuel, our bonus fuel. Let's call it bonus fuel. Yeah, I just duplicated the object bonus fuel. Yeah, let's the graphic. We need to change the graphic for our fuel, and yeah, this looks like this can be. The collider can be like that. If you want to change it, you can change it somewhere here. Here, the radius and offset for the collider. Remove the previous script. Remove component. And first, before we create new script, we need to do small modification on our rocket controller script. So what I want to do in a rocket controller is to create function which is called here, our rocket controller. We will create function. Let's make it too much of the scripts. It's disturbing. Okay, so let's create public void add fuel, and fuel. Let's make function float and fuel refill amount. So okay, and what we want to do here is to have current fuel is plus equal. So that means plus equals means that we are adding. Okay, I will write it. Maybe it will be more clear for you. Current fuel plus something. Yeah, that's it's equal to current fuel plus some value. Yeah, value. But it just short for that is just plus equal current fuel plus equal, and now we are writing here our value. So we want our max fuel to be multiplied by fuel. So what it does, it means that we are refilling, we are adding to our current fuel we are having. So this is the fuel when we are burning our fuel. This is why the fuel which left. So we want to add a refill value of the max fuel, so multiplied by some value. So we'll be putting here like value from 0, for example 0.1 to 1.0. So this will be the range how much we change our max fuel value to add to current fuel. So this means, for example, if we put like 0.2, it means we'll refuel by our fuel by 20% of our max fuel. Okay, so but we can, if we need now one more condition, because now if we, for example, pick up fuel on the start when we didn't burn too much fuel, our current fuel will exceed our max fuel, so we don't want to have that. So let's write if current fuel is larger than max fuel, then our current fuel is equal to our max fuel. Okay, so now we can create our script for our bonus fuel. So this script will be most likely, no, it will not be the same, but we can copy this from on trigger enter 2D, and where is our bonus fuel? Here. We can just replace all of that, and here we need to change that line. So now we are calling, yeah, we need to call our rocket controller, but I'm thinking, yeah, we don't want to create a reference for our rocket controller. We can call it from collision dot get component, and we can just find our script here, rocket controller, and then we can add fuel, and we are missing one variable, public float refuel amount. Let's make it equal to 0.2, so we refill our fuel by 20%. Don't forget to press to put F sign here. It means because by default C# is using double variable, so here it's like it's using double by default, so it's like trying to read double as float. So if you add float, it means that you are casting float. Okay, so add fuel, and we want to add fuel refill amount. Why it's like that? Control C. That's right. Okay, and now it should be fine. Okay, we are missing one too much. Okay, now it should work fine. So we can test it, but let's move our fuel somewhere forward, so we can burn some fuel before we actually hit our fuel. How much? Yeah, let's change transfers to maybe, let's see, 20, but fuel is 5. Okay, so let's test it. So please pay attention to fuel bar, and we are flying. It was too quick. No, the script didn't work on bonus fuel. And why it didn't work? That's very strange. Yeah, okay. That might be the issue here. And one more stupid mistake. I forget to attach the script to our bonus fuel. So let's do it now. And here, let's test it. let's eject rocket. Yeah, the fuel was picked. Perfect. So maybe let's make it to be read much easier. Let's make it 1, and so we see full refill of fuel bar. Yeah, okay, perfect. Okay, so we have one last thing to do, and this time is the obstacle component. So what we want to do here is to use our graphic for our meteor. Yeah, for some of those one. So let's delete this obstacle. If you have done it, it's just for the presentation of the game. So let's again Control D on bonus money. Let's rename it to obstacle. And let's add graphic for our rocket. Sorry, for our rock, not rocket. And let's change the scale to 1 and 1. Yeah, it can be big like that. And the script, let's remove bonus money script from it. And let's add new script called obstacle. But first we have to create it. So let's create C# script. And let's add it. Do not forget to add it later. And let's open it. And here we can copy function from bonus fuel. Remove those ones. And now what we want to do is, because it's like our game over when we hit the rocket, so what we want to do is to pause the game. So we have our game manager dot instance dot pause game, and we want to destroy our player rocket. Destroy collision dot game object. So here we are destroying object the script is attached to, and here we are destroying the object that hit our object with the script. So that's all for that script. It's very simple. As you can see here, we need to change the collider, probably the size of the collider. Now let's make it a little bit smaller. Yeah, let's make it something like something like that. We can Control D. Let's rename it to like obstacle 2. Let's rename it to obstacle 1. And this number 2 will create a smaller rock. Our game will look more interesting if we will have different size of the rocks or meteors. So let's add maybe something like that. Let's replace graphic and change the size of the collider. Tier 11 can be. Okay, so now let's test if everything is working. If we will hit our rocket. Yeah, the game is paused. Yeah. The later episode we will not like pause menu and everything. So if you like the video, that's all for today's video. So if you like the video, please don't forget to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.